The Next Wave Shark HD500 Series CNC machine is a really excellent tool. But just like any other tool, it can be made a little bit better. The problem is with the dust shield along the side. You have to get access under the machine in order to clean and lubricate. The first problem is, in order to remove the shield, you must remove 2 screws in the front and 2 screws in the back of the shield. The next problem is, you'll notice there's a slot down the middle of the shield and the gantry passes through the slot. But you'll notice that the slot is sealed at each end, it's connected. So you're going to be unable to remove the shield. If you own one of these machines, you know how difficult it is that once you remove the 4 screws, then you have to slide the shield back and forth as you move the gantry in order to get access to the lead screw and the rails to clean them and lubricate them. Imagine how great it would be to be able to just walk up, grab the shield, and slide it off. And when you're finished, just as easily, slide the shield right back on again. Now I'm going to show you how I made the modification that enabled me to remove the shield and replace it so easily. Now I've obviously already done the modification, so I won't be able to demonstrate the process, but I will be able to walk you through step by step what I did. What I did was install 2 magnets on each side of the machine in order to hold the shield on. I purchased the magnets on Amazon for a little over $6. They're rare earth magnets. The ones to select are the black ones, the ones that are 0.67 inches in diameter, and get the 10 pack because you're going to need 8 of the magnets. The tools you're going to need to do the installation are a rotary tool, a cutoff wheel, a 3/4 inch Forstner bit, and a small file. So here's the process step by step. Number 1, remove the 4 screws on the shield, 2 in the front and 2 on the back. In order to get the shield off the gantry, I took and made a slit with the rotary tool and the cutoff wheel right down the center of the slot to the end. Now with that slot made, you can slide the shield and get the slot you cut past the gantry and get the shield off. The next thing is, you're going to have to decide which way you want to slide the shield off your machine. Do you want to slide it towards the front, or do you want to slide it towards the back to get it off? In my case, I altered the back of the shield so that I could slide the shield off towards the front of the machine. Now to make this step easier, I put my shield into a vise that has protective soft jaws in order to hold it while I made the cuts. You don't really have to have it, but it certainly helps. To make it easier to see where I'm going to make the cuts on the shield, I used 2 pieces of painter tape and I put them and lined them up with the slot. I next took the rotary tool and I used the cutoff wheel, and I went and I cut along the tape like this, bottom and top, and removed this section of the shield. Now I'm showing you how to remove this section of the shield. This is actually the front of the machine. On my machine, I actually removed it from the back of the machine. That way I could slide my shield forward to the front of the machine to get it off. Again, it all depends which way you want to remove your shield. So here's my shield with the section cut out already. And as I stated before, I've actually cut it out from the back of my shield. So the next step is to take a small file and remove the burrs from the shield where you've cut away the section. To give the project a nice finished look, I just took a black magic marker and I colored in where the metal was removed. Now removing this section of the shield was very easy. The cutoff wheel cut right through the metal very easily. Now the next step is to drill the holes into the base of the machine where the magnets are going to go. This is where you use a drill and the Forstner bit. Now for the bottom magnet, you can just use the hole that's there when you remove the screw. Set your Forstner bit in there, make sure you keep it perpendicular, and drill in. Now go step by step and check very often. You want to have the hole deep enough where the magnet is sitting flush. You then next place the magnet in the hole and use the self-tapping screw to screw in. You do not need to pre-drill. The self-tapping screws that come with the magnets are really good and they'll give you a nice firm fit. Now when you drill the hole for the upper magnet, you don't want to use the little hole from the screw because that would place the magnet pretty much where the slot is that you removed from the shield. So I kind of moved it up a little bit higher. Now remember, the base of the machine is at an angle here. So you want to maintain the bit perpendicular to that. So keep the bit perpendicular to the angle of the base. Once again, drill in, check often. You want to get the hole deep enough so that the magnet will sit flush. Once you've got the magnet set in there, screw it in. Then you'll do the same thing in the back of the machine. Once you've got the magnet screwed in, that's it. All you have to do is slide the shield over and the magnets will hold it on there firmly. Now all you have to do is repeat the entire process on the other side of the machine for the other shield. Now the other side of the machine has the cable chain, but it's no problem. The shield will remove very easily once you've done the process of putting the magnets in. And that's it. Now the project's finished. Now you're going to find it much easier to gain access to the bottom of the machine in order to clean and lubricate. Now, another problem with the machine is how do you get under there once you get the shields off? There's not a lot of clearance. I have another video on my channel that shows you an easy way to use construction jacks in order to lift the machine up high enough to gain easy access to the bottom of the machine. Check it out. Thanks for watching this video.